Hello guys, how are you doing? So today we're going to talk about Taylor Middleton, and she's the potential sister wife from Atlanta that moved in with the Snowdens. And I noticed this to be a common thing with people on reality TV as they've been on TV before, and I found Taylor where she was on Couples Court. She went on Couples Court with her transgender boyfriend and admitted to cheating on him. So we're going to talk about Taylor's court appearance on Couples Court. This was back in 2018, and we're also going to talk about what Taylor's up to now and my final thoughts on everything. And so let's get into Taylor being on Couples Court. Here's a little picture of her on Couples Court, and she went there, and Jay Rouser was the name of her boyfriend. He was born a female, and he felt like he couldn't give Taylor what she needed physically and emotionally. So Jay said Taylor spent too much time with a male coworker and got a little too friendly with another male bartender. At the time, Taylor was a bartender, and Jay and Taylor, they're both dating and they work together, and there's another bartender they're working with that she was getting way too flirty with. So Taylor underwent a lie detector test, and during the test, they asked her, since the start of your relationship, have you had physical or sexual contact with anyone besides Mr. Rouser? And she said no, and the lie detector showed she was being deceptive. Oh my God. So I tried to show the video of her being in Couples Court, but there was a lag on it, and so I deleted it, and I just kept trying to show it where I was reacting and show the video here, but there's just too much of a lag. There's just too much going on my laptop at once. My internet's not the best, so I need to upgrade it. And also, in my last video I made with Sarah, I apologize for the lag that was in there. When I edited it, it wasn't like that, but once I uploaded it and it already got like 500 views, I didn't notice it until then. And I didn't know if you guys want me to just delete it and remake a whole new one saying the same stuff but without the lag, or just to keep it, since I already pretty much said everything there. So I'm not exactly sure what to do in those kind of situations, but I am sorry about that, and I will make sure that I start checking my videos after they're uploaded on YouTube before I publish them for everybody to see. So my bad. Okay, so let's get into this Couples Court with Taylor. So, hang on a second. So, Jay is Taylor's boyfriend at the time, and he says he is bringing Taylor to court because he knows for a fact that she's cheating. So the cheating allegation started when Taylor said she was going out for brunch with friends one afternoon and having mimosas, and she was supposed to meet Jay back at her house because it was 4th of July weekend and he had DJ equipment at her house. So she was supposed to meet him there around 4 o'clock, and she didn't show up till over 2 hours later. And when she showed up, her hair was all disheveled and her clothes were all messed up. So he said he knew that she was up to something more than just mimosas and hanging out with friends. So Jay is concerned that Taylor is cheating on him with one of their coworkers because he has called her before when Jay was lying in her lap, and when she held the phone up, she held it all close to her so she couldn't really see, so he couldn't see since she was laying in his lap. She was holding it all close to her, and Jay looked at who was contacting her, and it was this guy's name they worked with as the bartender, and there was a bunch of heart smiley emojis with the heart eyes, and then it had a bunch of the purple eggplant emojis on there. So a bunch of heart eye smileys and the purple emoji. Your girl's got that for another Jew that you're working with. I'd be pissed too. So the judge asked Taylor what the eggplant emoji was for, and she said her and that dude were doing meal prep together at the time, and it was just a joke. That took some deep thought to come up with that lie right there. Also, Jay said that Taylor would always go to this dude's car out in the parking garage on their breaks, even though they had a break room. And Tayler and Jay would mess around in the car on their brakes, so he figured that's what Tayler was doing in the car with this dude on her brakes. Jay says that since he was born a female, he's aware that he can be too emotional or too clingy at times. And Tayler says she does understand how everything has to be a problem and why she has to explain everything all the time. Tayler is adamant that she's been very faithful and loyal to Jay the whole time, and that's when they revealed the polygraph results from the polygraph they made Tayler take. Of course, like I already said, she was asked, since the start of your relationship, have you had physical or sexual contact with anyone other than Mr. Rouser? And she said no, and the lie detector confirmed that she was being deceptive. And she just made this face. Let's show her face. Let's show her face real quick. Like that face when like first she was looking all cocky at her man, like when they're reading off their lie detector results, and as soon as they said deceptive, she looked away real quick, was like she knew she was busted right there. It's like, well, I don't understand why people come on these shows if they know they're guilty, because you're just gonna get proven. You're just gonna look bad because they're gonna air out all your dirty laundry. And so she knew she was guilty. Tayler said when her and Jay first started talking, she still had other friends on the side she was seeing. And since Jay has been tripping on her lately and being all jealous, that Tayler has recently begun to acquire other friends. So Judge Dana asked Tayler, when you say friends, do you mean lovers? And Tayler said, loose term, but yes. And so Judge Keith asked Jay what was the status of him and Tayler's relationship as of now, and he said, that's dead, baby, that's dead. And people started cheering and they started clapping. Okay, good job, man. And Tayler was pissed. She said, I don't feel that way, and I want to came with that. I want to work this stuff out. And Judge Dana asked Tayler, didn't you just say you have already acquired other lovers and there's been some type of physical and sexual activity with them? And Tayler said, yeah. So Tayler said this is the end result after lack of affection and nonstop accusations. And the judge told Jay that he needed to stop being so suspicious and work on that. And the judge told them they were both a beautiful couple and offered them counseling and resources to help them work on their relationship if they wish to. And then at the end, they showed this update picture right here. I'm going to show it to you guys real quick. And they're no longer together. It kind of made it sound like they're kind of friends, or they're better off as friends, and I thought so too. Once you lose trust in a relationship, it's very hard to get it back, especially when you start off the relationship being deceitful. What are your guys' thoughts on all this? I was just surprised when I found out that Taylor's been on couples court. I also, just this whole thing, we do know that Tayler has spoken out saying the show needs to cancel the Snowdens and cancel the Seeking Sister Wife show right now. And Vanessa also posted the same thing. Christine posted the same thing. And so all these women are all like pointing at the Snowdens as the bad guy. And I'm starting to believe them. Like, this is just all allegedly all these accusations. But I mean, there's too many people saying this. And what Tayler also said, that when she was living with Dimitri, when it was her night, her day to spend time together, he was spending it with another sister wife and having sex with her multiple times a day. My guess is that he was probably doing it with Christine multiple times a day on Taylor's day, because she didn't specify which sister wife that she was talking about. But that was my guess, because it kind of seemed like him and Christine were going to bond better because they both have kids. But yeah, what are your guys' thoughts on all that? And do you guys think they're going to cancel the Seeking Sister Wife this season? I don't see them doing it, but it's just hard to imagine them not doing anything at all. I don't see them canceling the season. I just see them not bringing Snowdens on another season, and that's going to be different because they're like the OGs. And I also found out that the guy from Mississippi that was on Seeking Sister Wife last year, he passed away, and I can't remember his name. So if any of you guys know who I'm talking about, let me know in the comments below, because I want to do some research and get all the details on that, because I haven't heard about that till just recently. So just let me know in the comments below, and don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Subscribe, comment, turn on the bell notification so you don't miss the tea while it's still hot. Bye, guys.